what is broken about the system that most companies use?
What I would say is fundamentally broken is this. If you go back to the way that we used to work when performance reviews were introduced, that manager rating scale, what was work like? What was work like in the 1920s? It was solitary, it was repetitive. We didn't have computers, we didn't have the internet, we didn't even really have telephones. So work obviously has changed a lot since then, right? And the effect that that has had is the number of touch points that every individual can have has really just exploded. I mean, when I log into Slack, I have direct access to everybody in my organization, from the CEO to the intern and everybody in between, and they have direct access to me. Now, when I was in college, they taught me to manage by walking around. A lot of the conversations and interactions that used to maybe happen in an office where I could look down the hall and see that Mary's always helping Bob get his work done, that's a DM now. That's a direct message in Slack these days. And managers, while the number of touch points has exploded, the visibility of the manager has actually gone way, way down. Almost everything that we do happens in a collaborative setting, in a team-based setting. And so much of that work is happening outside of the visibility of the manager. And that's where performance reviews have really started to break down.
To add to that, if you think about your typical day and the number of folks that you interact with, right? Even if you're in a siloed role, and I say this as an engineer, we typically are coding by ourselves theoretically. No, in reality, we're constantly interacting with folks. We're interacting with each other. We're giving show and tells and giving visibility into the work that we're doing. It's not just, product managers, for example, that are getting that visibility. And so the reality is we have an opportunity to be able to leverage the visibility from the network, the people that we work with, the people that are around us, to augment the view of the manager, so that instead of relying on one manager's opinion that may be limited and may be biased, we're able to get all of those rich perspectives. And we'll share more about the methodology of how we do that in a very quick survey that we send to your employees.